Guys and gals and non-binary pals, welcome to another episode of Power Overdrive Wrestling POW. My name is Eric Powers. I am joined here by none other than the one and only TW.
This morning we're coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We want to wish you a good morning, a happy good morning. Hope you've all had enough caffeine to keep up with the riotous show we have planned. It's going to be absolutely fun from minute one.
That's right. Today we have the first title defense of Erica Draven and her hardcore title.
Sapphire, being the last person eliminated from the 5-woman table match, decided that she wanted to challenge Erica Draven for that hardcore title, saying that it could have been either one of them. It was a coin flip. She said she wants another chance at it. Draven said, I don't care who comes at me. I'm going to beat you into the ground. So tonight we have POW's first ever Queen City Street Fight for that hardcore championship.
That's right. Doesn't matter where it happens. Doesn't matter when it happens. She's ready to accept the challenge. We're not in the middle of a free preview. That does not matter. The battle is happening right here, right now in Pittsburgh.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Extreme Hardcore Women's Championship.
She is the acrobat herself, heading onto the ring. As TW said, the last person eliminated in the tables match at our Extreme Rules show. Here, ready to challenge. Now, the rules of a Queen City street fight are that there are no pinfalls, there are no tap outs. There's no submission. There are no countouts. The only thing you get in a Queen City street fight is a knockout.
All weapons are allowed. There's anything goes. The referee there only to check the pulse of the competitors as they fight, making sure that making sure that whoever loses cannot get to their feet, and whoever wins can get to their feet. This is the Queen City Street Fight. Will we see Erica Draven bring that bat of hers into play? It's entirely possible. Will we see something crazy from Sapphire in terms of acrobatics off of tables, chairs, perhaps even ladders? It's entirely possible. You don't know what's going to happen. And that's why this match could be match of the morning, despite being number one on the card.
That's right. We never know what they're going to pull out from underneath the ring. We never know what they're going to find amongst the crowd. And we've seen these matches go out into the crowd before in an Extreme Rules capacity. It's the first Queen City street fight, but this is not the first match we've seen that has very few actual rules or limitations. It is the champion herself.
Introducing the challenger from the Queen City, Sapphire.
Challenger, Sapphire, introduced from the Queen City, and you will also note the match is called the Queen City Street Fight. Does that give Sapphire a slight advantage? Is this her match? We don't know. At least I don't.
It may or may not be an advantage. It is definitely her style of match. She's the one who recommended it, and it was accepted by the champion. Hardcore title held aloft before these women go to town, possibly bloodying each other this morning. Good morning to everybody out there watching. If you are here on Twitch with us this morning, we appreciate you chiming in. If you're watching this on YouTube later as a video on demand, hello, welcome. We always appreciate a follow here on Twitch, a like and a subscribe on the YouTube.
Sapphire starting off hot this morning. Erica Draven hasn't managed to find any momentum. Oof, nasty leg snap there.
Sapphire fired up there. Draven taking advantage of that. Oh, but only for a few moments. Sapphire gives her a brutal chest stomp and then a knee to the face. Missing that strike, taking a kick to the gut, and then a brutal lariat down to the ground.
And finally, finding a little momentum. No longer struggling.
Champ going underneath the ring now. Looking for something. Her iconic baseball bat.
Sapphire gets there first, knocking it out of her hand.
Erica fighting her way out of that hold. Beating her opponent down a bit. Slamming her head onto the second most hard part of the ring. Oh, it's early in the morning. Words are hard. Brutal kick to the gut, rolling Sapphire across the ring with that kick.
She abandons the bat for now, going back to mat work. Perhaps trying to prove that she is hardcore already, weapons or no, which is entirely true.
Another stomp to the gut, once again working on that arm. Both women brutalizing legs and arms today. The less impact that one of them can make with their kicks, their strikes, the less likely they are to knock the other unconscious. So it's not unquestionable to go after limbs, of course, in a match like this. Beautiful bit of combo work there off the ropes. Ooh, into a chest stomp.
Chest stomp again. Sapphire riling up the crowd, getting a little clapping going. Before turning to the POW special, that vicious neck crank.
Nice little arm drag there. Dangling her opponent off the ropes. Back into the ring.
We are, driver. America Draven, not enough to knock Sapphire out, not enough to put her down for any kind of time. And certainly not a thing you want to have happen to your head.
No, not at all. Had this been a regular match, that could have been a pinfall potentially there, going from Draven's Tombstone Pile Driver into the Raven Death Drop. A brutal combination. But of course not enough to end the match here tonight. This morning, once again, we are coming at you at 8 o'clock in the morning, not our usual schedule. But we appreciate you all being here.
Just appreciate you bearing with us in this summertime schedule crunch as things change and venues get a little weird. And, well, here we are. a couple of big lariats, trio of them.
Luckily,
Finding a little momentum.
luckily, this is the second to last week that we will be on a strained schedule. Come August, we should be back on our regular Wednesday 4 p.m. Showtime.
Sapphire ducking out of the ring. Is she going for the bat or is she going for something else? Oh, she's digging under the ring on her own, looking for some other kind of weapon.
Found herself a kendo stick.
Kendo stick here. Oof. Draven rolling out of the way.
Ooh.
Stealing that stick.
Stealing it and striking back.
She says, I don't need a kendo stick.
Shotgun drop kick into the ropes.
All I need is a big boot in your back. And here we are.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you popping in this morning.
Skull suplex back into the ring. Onto that kendo stick.
Beautifully executed suplex there.
Sapphire's standing double leg drop.
That's right. Ramos here. Raven with the silent D. For those of you just joining us, this is a match for the hardcore title. There are no pins, no submissions today, only knockouts. And Erica Draven finds herself with an unconscious competitor across from her.
There it was. It came rather quickly. A surprise there.
I mean, not particularly surprised as Erica dropped her opponent on her head twice just a few moments ago. Once, and there it is, twice with the death drop. Only took a little more brutalization, and the Queen of Hardcore has retained her title.
Still, Extreme Hardcore Women's Champion, Eric D. Ray Van.
A big congratulations from us here at POW to the champion. Congratulations on retaining. Congratulations on a beautiful hardcore match. Of course, moving on this morning, we have yet another series of matches for you this morning that are going to be qualifiers for the Briefcase Full of Guts ladder matches coming up here at the end of the month, or rather, I guess, the beginning of next month, the very first day of August. Sunday, August 1st, 9 p.m., we will be having yet another free per-view. It is going to be the Briefcase Full of Guts show, in which we will have 2 Briefcase Full of Guts matches, along with another slew of matches.
Keep in mind that the Briefcase Full of Guts, inside is a contract for a championship match at the time of the holder's choosing. It does not have to be announced in advance. It does not have to be something that is scheduled. It can happen anytime, anywhere. The champion could be down on their back, having defended their title once before, and the challenger could bring it out right then, right there, and have a distinct advantage in the match. So that is why this Briefcase Full of Guts could be the most important show of the year. It could set up future
Making
champions.
his way to the ring from La Plaza de Toros, weighing in at 200 pounds, Nightmare.
That's right. And one of these men walking to the ring this morning is going to be in that match. I have a potential chance for getting that Briefcase Full of Guts.
First up is La Pesadilla, the Nightmare himself, who's had a bit of a struggle here at POW. finding momentum on the card, finding a rhythm as he's come here. But his opponent across from him today is someone who's also had a little trouble. So either one of these men will claim a victory today, will start to build that momentum moving forward and carry it briefcase full of guts. That could well be a sign of things to come. As here comes Usidore the Blue Wizard.
Dimension, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Great Bell War Blue.
That's right, Usidore the Blue, having a very bad bit of luck on his last few matches. In both of our over the top rope battle royals, he was eliminated relatively early. Today he's got another one-on-one shot, getting potentially into a title match position. We'll see what he can do today against this Nightmare. Bell immediately going into a flying shooting star press right off the bat. Pesadilla in the middle of the ring, clutching his ribs.
Decided that this is his time. He's not wasting any of it. He wants that briefcase full of guts match more than Pesadilla does. Making his bow to the crowd.
Amazing work here, working the arm. Once again, ooh. Brutal right hand from the Nightmare there. Taking control back for a few moments before a knee raise from the Blue Wizard takes things right back into his control. Waiting for Pesadilla to climb the ropes and then putting him over them.
Usidore, some sort of mystic mist coming out of his mouth. But that time, showboating with the crowd, showing off his abilities, has allowed Pesadilla to get back up and in this match.
Opponents striking each other back and forth until a excellent face slam was executed by the Nightmare there, bringing the Wizard back into the ring. And maintaining control for a few moments. Usidore back on top. Corner to corner. Face right in. Yeah, as the Nightmare gets out of the way. Goes for a cutter. Oh,
Usidore.
Shooting star press, but nowhere near close enough to his opponent. Finds himself back on the mat. And now these men once again finding themselves on the outside. Looks like Usidore is going for a big move. A corkscrew press there from the top rope onto the outside. Pesadilla clutching his chest, his ribs, looking at an incredible amount of pain. Usidore ready to bring him back into the ring, perhaps to end this. Fireman's carry. Big double hand chop.
First cover of the night, or morning, I apologize. 2 count from Usidore.
Usidore almost took it home on a double-handed chop.
We should wait. Oh, nope. Some sort of belly-to-belly suplex there, it looked like. But La Pesadilla fought his way out of that hold before climbing top rope himself. What does the Nightmare have in store?
Beautiful cutter from the top. Only a 2 count.
Of his own. The back and forth of this match, quite excellent. These two both fighting, clawing, scraping for any chance they have at Briefcase Full of Guts. Could be the closest they will get to a championship in a while, given their recent record. Oh, and here comes the spin.
And then into a cutter of his own. Both these men ready to give the other one a brutality to the chin. 2 clotheslines and a third. Pesadilla finding himself in the corner. Victim to the bottom of Usidore's boots. Laying into, again, the bottom of the chin there. No chin is safe this morning, as these two men have decided they are going to rip the lower jaw from the rest of the body.
I have a feeling that Dr. Yao's son Brian would be proud of him. Don't ask me why. Here goes Usidore climbing to the top.
Now, once again, going up.
Oh, an elbow drop.
Big elbow misses. Lands on his own ribs there. Here we go, La Pesadilla getting fired up. Usidore trying to land one, but takes a boot to the chin for his efforts. Big shooting star press there from La Pesadilla.
Usidore to his feet, though.
Usidore barely selling it, though. Like a neck breaker.
There's the cover again. No leg cut. Could well be the difference. Usidore out at 2. Pesadilla. Boom.
There it is. That kneeling super kick. That could be it for the Blue Wizard.
There's the cover, center of the ring. And the Nightmare's first win here in POW could well be his biggest win here in POW, as La Pesadilla joins several others in the Briefcase Full of Guts match. Iron Jaw, Chainsaw, and Rick Dotson, the ringmaster of the Orphans.
Right, bit of an upset here. A unpleased crowd out there booing the Nightmare as he celebrates his victory there.
This Briefcase Full of Guts match is now half set. That field is getting quite interesting. Not a single competitor in that match so far has held the title here in POW. In fact, only one of them has ever challenged for a title here in POW. Of course, Chainsaw losing his championship match last month, or I suppose earlier this month, I beg pardon, at Extreme Rules against Cannonball Vegas.
Right, Cannonball Vegas, of course, maintaining his title this last month. At Extreme Rules, the first successful title defense that we've seen here at POW. Of course, not the only one now, as we had Erica Draven defend her title this morning successfully. Again, congratulations to her in maintaining the Hardcore Championship. I see her potentially hanging on to that for quite a while. She is a ruthless competitor in the ring, and that is something that you need if you're going to hang on to a hardcore title. One that, of course, can be challenged at any time, it would seem. She's willing to put it on the line any day of the week, anytime, any place. The place right now happens to be Pittsburgh, PA. A Another qualifying match here coming up for our Briefcase Full of Guts match. Ayeon Lee taking on the Transylvanian.
Making her way to the ring from London, England, Ayeon Lee.
Is Ayeon wearing the her new colors of her tag team, Toxicity, the purple and yellow. Looking stunning in it, I might add. If there's one competitor on this roster who has championship energy, who has not yet attained that championship, it is Ayeon Lee.
Teaming with Sinister Fox as part of Toxicity, Ayeon Lee has lost absolutely none of that fire we've seen when she was first competing against Sinister Fox. She is here to win. She is here to compete. She is here to challenge herself at a high level. She has not, she's not found as much victory as she'd like. She has certainly competed at that high level ever since her arrival at Extreme Rules a month and a half ago. I'm sorry, Backlash a month and a half ago.
Absolutely, a high flyer. She puts everything on the line every time she's in this ring. She's a fantastic performer, a fantastic competitor, and someone that I see maintaining a spot in the championship scene for a good long while if she keeps this up. Diamond Firestone, of course, looking for her first win in a while. Hasn't maintained a very good winning streak since first appearing here. Kind of a win here, a loss there. We'll see what she can pull off today. Opening a match with a fantastic leg lariat, though. Looking to control things. Taking a arm drag from the ground, though, from Ayeon. Taking a excellent reversal there of Ayeon putting her on the ropes into a fireman's carry. Bit of a spin and a slam.
Oh, God, as Ayeon Lee creates some separation. And there's that tilt-a-whirl head scissors from her, showing off that athletic ability, that acrobatic skill that we've come to know so well. Firestone lying in wait, showing off some acrobatics of her own, and into the cover off the Hurricanrana. Not even the ref getting down for one.
Early pinfall there, a little premature.
Stretching the arms, knee to the back, wrenching shoulders out of sockets. Ayeon Lee struggling to get to her feet. Free an arm. There we are.
On your way up, a series of strikes there. Once again, hanging her opponent off the ropes, pulling her to the ground. Big flying knee to the face. Firestone finding herself on the outside of the ropes, but fighting her way back in.
There we are.
Staying there, staring down Ayeon Lee, who takes the opportunity to throw her to the corner and apply a chin lock and slam her to the ground as the ref calls for a rope break.
Knee to the face. Ayeon Lee, known for those hard strikes, those kicks of hers.
And going to the top rope. Perhaps we're going to see her shooting star press here. Both competitors going for a move around each other, finding nothing but the mat. Excellent suplex there.
And a second cover from Firestone. Only the one. Once again, perhaps looking a little early. Ayeon Lee dodging out of the way in the corner. Can't dodge the knee. There's a single underhook.
DDT there. Going for a stomp. Ayeon Lee smartly moving to the outside before that makes purchase. A wonderfully executed drop kick to the outside. Direct to the face. A chop. 2 chops.
And a leg sweep there. Puts Diamond on her back. Outside of the ring. Remember, victory cannot be had outside of the... Oh!
Goes for a Hurricanrana. Turns it into a power bomb there. Sends Aeon back into the ring. Picking her up. Reverses it to a arm wrench slam. Well executed snapmare into a headlock on the ground. Going to wear out her opponent. Back on their feet. Firestone looking on fire today, this morning.
She's going to need that fire, find that victory, claim her spot in the Briefcase Full of Guts match. Looks like she hasn't lost any of it. She's got Ayeon Lee hauled up to the top turnbuckle. But Lee's not having any of that. Standing Spanish fly.
And then looming over her opponent. Perhaps getting a bit of the old POW brainworms.
Looking at that headlock. No going for Ayeon Lee.
Ooh.
I maintain that Diamond Firestone might not need to breathe quite like the rest of us. There's that spin yet again. Into the vicious back slam. Standing shooting star, apparently the move of the morning.
Seems to be everyone's go-to right now. Though not quite as... Yeah, one. Just
Only
one from that. Yeah. Not quite as unique as Usidore's use of it, who will perform a standing shooting star press to a standing victim. We have not seen that before from anyone else. Most people applying it to an opponent that is already on the ground.
There's a nasty arm wrench submission.
Working the back, the shoulders, the arms.
Lee.
Exchanging chops. Once again, sending Aeon to the corner.
To that.
Putting her up to the
Buckle,
top.
we've seen this before.
Oh, this could be it. We've seen Diamond perform that over and over. The top rope head scissors.
Only a 2. Ayeon Lee not done yet.
And the diamond cutter.
And there we are. That's most likely the end this morning. 1, 2, and 3. Diamond Firestone. That diamond cutter following the top rope head scissors finds her way into the women's Briefcase Full of Guts match. That field now half set as well.
All right, Diamond back on top of her game, it would appear, this morning. After a series of losses or just not being involved in the finish of matches, gets a clean win against Ayeon Lee. This could turn the tide in her career here. She's been entered into the women's Briefcase Full of Guts match, which is a big thing here. Congratulations on the win tonight there, Miss Firestone.
The moment she'll find herself across the ring from Siren and former POW Cosmic Division champion Florence Thunder. There will be more qualifiers in the show to come and the week to come. And we will know by the end of next week's show who exactly will be in that match come Sunday, August 1st.
A little bit of disrespect there shown in the ring as she wipes her feet, getting any sort of ring rust and dirt off of them onto her opponent there. But disrespect or not, she will be moving forward to that big match. All right, another qualifying match coming up here between the Orphan's Own Lion Tamer Leo Kravan versus the Infernal One, the man who refers to himself as the literal devil.
The Orphans are looking to put 2 competitors in the Briefcase Full of Guts match. You remember last week the ringmaster Rick Dodson defeated Dr. Yao's son Brian for a spot in the match. If the Orphans could have 2 of those 8 spots, that could be an advantage. 2 competitors working together to make sure one of them, either one of them, reaches that briefcase.
That's right, the Orphans, not a faction to be trifled with, showing quite a bit of power recently, especially in Rick Dodson's showing against Brian. A bit of an upset, actually, as I think most people begrudgingly expected Brian to come home with that qualification there stolen from him by an excellent display of power and technique by Rick Dodson.
Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, Leo Crawford.
Leo on his way to the ring. Man means business, but is always ready to show off for a crowd. As is the nature of anyone, I would imagine, in the circus business, but especially one who deals with actual lions, actual powerful beasts, sticking his head in their maws, showing his control over them as a lion tamer.
Used to working with big cats. Tonight, this morning, I apologize, he'll have to work with what might quite possibly be the devil. It's entirely possible. I don't know. He'll have to be one cool cat, though, to win the match.
The red man in gray stepping out onto the stage, showing nothing but disdain for this audience here in Pittsburgh. And they return it in favor.
And his opponent from the pits of hell, weighing in at 292 pounds, the Devil.
Peacocking in the middle of the ring there, showing off for all to see, with nothing but contempt for those who look on.
Leo Kravan and the Infernal One.
Excellent standing power slam there from the Infernal One, opening up into a series of stomps and kicks to the Lion Tamer into a POW special.
This could quite possibly be more than Kravan was expecting, prepared for, can handle. I don't know how a regular man stands across the ring, someone who calls himself the devil, and finds the will to try and win. Here we are. Kravan is at least giving it a shot, taking a moment to rest. That moment is gone all too soon into a standing backdrop from the Infernal One.
With a flying forearm there, countered by the Infernal One, and sent into the Spanish announce table. Head first, twice. The ref on a 5 count at this point. The Infernal One slamming him into the apron. The second hardest part of the ring, save for Guy DuPont's mustache.
And Kravan wiggling out of the hold there.
Ending the count at an 8.
When the Orphans first appeared, apart from Sapphire, their very first match was a 6-man tag match against Shark Party and the Infernal One. Leo Kravan a part of that match. Leo Kravan teaming with his partners Titanic Tom and Anaconda Cox. And you will recall that Shark Party and the Infernal One won by countout. I think Kravan ending that count there at 8, showing that the Orphans do not want that same kind of victory, that same cheap technical win, but not an actual win via the countout. Unfortunately, that has led to more of his brutalization by the Infernal One.
The Infernal One, of course, showing his strength this morning in those one-handed strikes and that standing suplex there. Into the corner with another lariat, sending the Lion Tamer to the ground. Going for the knee, into a jawbreaker. And the crowd riled up here. The sound of cheers as he goes after him with a series of clotheslines.
And dumped into the super kick there. Kravan finally finding, well, never mind, I spoke too soon.
Again, seeing just the brutal power of the man known as the Infernal One, up into a chokeslam, reversed by the Lion Tamer. In the corner, beautifully executed reverse. I guess you would call that a shooting star from the top.
Top rope shooting star. Far cry from the standing ones we've seen for the most part this morning. Into a Samoan drop there from the Infernal One, who now lies in wait.
Ready to call it a day. Into the end of days.
The end of days, float over into the cover. 1, 2, and that is the end of the Lion Tamer, as the Infernal One has won his way to the Briefcase Full of Guts match. The Orphans will not have 2 competitors there. Rick Dodson will have to go it alone, but as we saw last week against Brian, he is quite comfortable going it alone.
That's right. Any hope that the Orphans had of having a advantage going into the Briefcase Full of Guts match has been squashed here by the Infernal One. But it seems that he is not done with the Lion Tamer. And though he has won, he is ready to continue to brutalize the man. Sending a message, perhaps, to the Orphans. Wow. Just pure brutalization there. Won the match, fair and square, and then decided that, you know what, I'm going to make this man pay for even deciding to step into the ring with me today. You can hear the resounding boos just echoing in here in this arena. While we get the arena cleared out of the mess that the Infernal One has left, we'll get ready for our next upcoming match. That being of the matchup between Bubba Trucker and Party Favor here. Again, a qualifying match for the Briefcase Full of Guts. TW, are you still with me?
I was going to say, both of these competitors are part of a tag team, one half of a team. Bubba Trucker, of course, tag teaming with Father Ron of the Ministry, and Party Favor teaming with Hammerhead, the two of them forming Shark Party. Now, the interesting question is, should either one of these men win the Briefcase Full of Guts? Will they attempt to become world champion? Will they find the will to try and use their title match clause against Chainsaw, or, Cannonball, I apologize, or will they perhaps do something interesting with that Briefcase Full of Guts match and take their chances with Scraps O'Leary and Johnny Mercury, the POW Twin Moon Connection Tag Team Champions?
It'll be interesting to see which way it goes. That briefcase can be cashed in for any championship match at any time. So it'll be interesting to see if they decide that they wanted to bring their tag team partner in and go for a tag team belt, or if they were going to, go for the championship that right now belongs to Cannonball Vegas. It would be interesting to see what decisions would be made. I feel that Father Ron himself would like to be very much in control of any decision being made by Bubba Trucker, particularly as far as championships go.
It does seem quite in Father Ron's MO. I would not be surprised, but first Bubba Trucker has to defeat the man across the ring, Party Favor, who has had quite good luck here, both as a tag team competitor and singles competitor. Party Favor usually on the winning end of matches here, so we'll have to see if Bubba Trucker can overcome the demented rave clown. I don't know if he's quite demented, but I'm going for it anyway. The demented rave clown that is Party Favor.
Right, the man often referred to by yourself and other members of the locker room as a neon clown, ready to show up, to put in the work, and we'll see what he can do against one half of the most powerful tag team on the roster, the Ministry.
Powerful tag team on the roster, but they no longer hold the tag team championships. And I would argue that, early crossbody there.
Quick leg hook, yeah.
I would argue that the big man of the O'Leary brothers and the literal golden god himself might actually be the strongest tag team on the roster.
Well, they may be the ones holding the gold at the moment, but they have not gone clear as far as I know.
Jawbreaker there from Party Favor, and an atomic drop.
Big forearm in the corner from the party favor, bringing Trucker back out into the middle of the ring. Big drop to the arm.
Party favor, amping up the pace of the match, moving quickly. That hyped up speed of his, always playing to his advantage. Oh, Bubba Trucker up in the tree of woe. Put a boot in the face.
Brutal kick and stomp to the midsection there, going after the arm once again of Bubba Trucker.
Party favor, in control, early and often.
Again, just a single count on a pin attempt.
Not in control enough to get any kind of momentum there on the pin. Oh, Bubba Trucker rolling out of the ring, avoiding that top rope splash. Taking a moment to relax, to stretch himself out. Party favor has enough time to recover as well. Another atomic drop. As Party favor goes top rope a second time. Bubba Trucker once more rolling out of the way.
This time Party favor staying on his feet, but still in a bit of shock there from the impact. Not having a softer body such as that of Bubba Trucker to impact into.
Bubba Trucker goes for Father Ron's favorite maneuver.
And getting himself a 1 count. A well-earned 1 count.
And 2 doesn't matter. The only number that matters here in this match is 3. You've got to have that 3rd count for anything to mean anything.
Stomping on the midsection and the knee of the Neon Clown here.
Jawbreaker again. Party favor. Oh. There we are.
The Party favor almost taking it home. This could be a brutal leg drop. Not quite into the swanton bomb that we're used to seeing him do from the top rope. However, that could be the maneuver that we're seeing next. There it is.
On. Float over into the cover. This is most likely the end of Bubba Trucker if the ref can get down fast enough. 2, and no.
Only a 2 count.
Now, there is an argument there to be had about referees and slow counts, and I know we've seen it before. But something tells me that that particular slow count isn't going to make your radar something that needs to be addressed.
I mean, it looked like it was a regular speed count to me. Perhaps something of the aura of a member of the ministry there might seem as though there's some sort of time dilation and things going a little slowly, but I assure you it's simply a trick of the eyes and the mind.
Only a 2 count from Bubba Trucker. Can't believe that he got a 2. It was a perfectly normal 2. Here we are. Bubba Trucker.
Setting up for Sister Abigail.
And into a cover of his own. Party favor once more out at 2. Neither of these gentlemen quite ready to give up. I think that Bubba Trucker knows that if he does not win his way into the Briefcase Full of Guts, he may face repercussions backstage from Father Ron. Party favor, I think, is just having the time of his life as he does every time he steps into a ring. Just enjoying himself, wanting it to go on and on until he's done with it, not until anybody else is done with it.
Cup handle slam, reversed.
Favor rolls out over Bubba Trucker's shoulder, but he gets a little lost in the ring there.
Again to that float over cutter. Not quite being enough to keep Bubba Trucker down. Both of these men getting relentless with these pinning attempts. Brutal knee to the face of Bubba Trucker, perhaps breaking his nose there.
I think they both know victory is close. Second time, Bubba Trucker
trying to
roll
find his
up
way to his
great.
feet. Not quite. Into another Swanton bomb. That could be it.
3. That is the end of Bubba Trucker tonight. As Party Favor will join that ladder match for the Briefcase Full of Guts.
Right, the cheating Neon Clown somehow finding his way into a pinfall against Bubba Trucker there. I'm sure that we could review the video and find some sort of misgiving or some sort of backhanded maneuvers happening there. But for now, we're going to go ahead and concede that victory to the Party Favor.
Which means the men's Briefcase Full of Guts match now stands at 6 competitors. 2 more will join the match next week. But for now, our Briefcase Full of Guts competitors are Iron Jaw, the Monsters Among Men, Rick Dotson of the Orphans. Then, of course, today's victors, La Pesadilla, the Nightmare himself, the Infernal One, who won just a moment ago against Leo Kravan, Party Favor, who won just this past moment, and the man who's coming up in our main event later tonight, the man they call Chainsaw.
That's right. And for just a moment, we are going to have a quick break before we come up on our final 2 matches of the night. Hang in there with us for just a moment. We will be right back. And we're back. TW, are you with me?
Yes, sir, I am.
Excellent.
Right here.
Excellent, excellent.
Ready
All
for
right.
this semi-main event. Another Briefcase Full of Guts qualifying match. This time in the women's division between Scarlett Blade, whose victory last week was quite impressive, against 0-8. If you'll remember last week, Scarlett Blade had a tag team match with Diamond Firestone against Toxicity. And quite early in the match, Diamond Firestone left Scarlett Blade to her own devices. Scarlett Blade was able to overcome the 2-on-1 disadvantage and defeat Toxicity in their tag team debut. She has claimed now that she is ready to take on any and all comers, which has led to her match tonight with 0-8 the qualifier for the women's Briefcase Full of Guts.
That's right. While I would say that anyone going up against Dr. Yao's creation here, 08, would be fighting an uphill battle, it's very possible that Scarlett might have this one in the bag. It is going to certainly be a battle, but one that she could potentially win, just seeing how she was able to take on not one but two more powerful members of our roster by herself this last week. Like I said, the robot who decided that she wanted to wrestle 08 now proceeding into the ring ahead of Scarlett Blade.
And her opponent, from wherever she wants, Crimson Blade.
All right, coming to the ring hot, on fire from her most recent success. Ready to face anyone, including a literal wrestling robot, which is exactly who she's going to be facing here in just a few moments. I'm excited to see the outcome of this match. Going straight into a Hurricanrana, wasting no time.
That quick pace is going to be her advantage, that friend there. She does have the speed advantage. 08 will have size and power. She shows it off right there.
Brutalizing the arm, stomping on the face. Not great for the would-be underdog here. Going immediately for a pin, getting no count though. Beautifully executed power slam there. Those heavy hands coming down the spine of Scarlett Blade, sending her in.
08 is taking control of this match. Oh. Lifting Scarlett Blade, slamming her back down to the ground, power slam.
And going for it again, another deadlift powerbomb. Twice executed now. Oh, goes for the third.
Scarlett Blade finally being able to push 08 off. Trying a little separation. Give her time to come up with a plan. Mostly looks like it involves kicking 08 in the guts. I don't know what that would do to a robot, but you know, if it works for her, it works for her.
I mean, perhaps if she can make a few servos in there unaligned, it'll give her a bit of an advantage as minimizes the mobility and therefore potentially the striking power of the robot. Oh, reversing a reversal there, taking advantage. We've seen that time and time again, that trickiness that is inherent in Scarlett Blade.
Into the corner, knee to the back. Scarlett Blade here now, finding a rhythm, finding her groove. She takes on 08. I may have spoken too soon. An STO there.
Taken right to the mat. Couple brutal chest stomps there from the robot. Into one. Oh. Two. And a third German suplex there. Softening up the back of the head and the spine of Scarlett Blade. Still kicks out at only one. The resilience of this assassin is going to go far, take her quite a ways here. Looks like we might be getting set up for program F5. Yep.
There she goes.
Up on the shoulders. And delivers it. That could be the end.
Oh, Scarlett Blade saying not even the program F5 is strong enough to take her down. Not for 3. As I said before, the only number matters in the ring is that third number. 08 has not quite gotten there yet.
Extending her Piranha.
Scarlett Blade getting fired up. Taking 08 outside the ring.
Preparing for a high-flying maneuver, it looks like. Waiting for the machine to get to her feet. A big stomp. And a flying hand into an STO. On the outside, we're now at a 3 count. Big kick to the gut. Forearm to the face. Big strikes from big hands on the outside.
Scarlett back in control now. DDT. Put 08 down on her back. Referee's count continues. There we go. Rolling 08 back in the ring.
Taking a moment to get a bit of a breather there before going back in to brutalize the robot. Some more. Looks like she might be ready to take it home. That standing step up enziguri. We've seen that end more than one match.
And here she goes into the cover. This could be the moment.
Only a 2 count.
Scarlett Blade, moments away from the upset of the night, the morning. Something that none of us would have seen coming. Except now that we look at it, we can't see anything else. Oh, and there she goes. Legs up on the ropes. 08's having none of that now.
Literally thrown off of 08 as she attempts a cheating leverage pin there. Trying to remove the head from the robot here, it would seem, or at least put a little bit of torque on the upper motors.
You can rip it all up with DDT again. If you can rip that head off, I'd say it's safe to say 08 would be unable to compete. I don't know who has the insane guts to headbutt a robot other than Scarlett Blade, because she just did.
Going from an STO and a headbutt into a pin, only getting the single count there, as perhaps the robot regaining a little bit. Again, going after those midsection servos and her mobility.
Appears that Triao has programmed his daughter to feel pain. I don't know why you would.
Or at least to emote as though she is feeling pain. I mean, if she's going to be a wrestler, it is very important to be able to share these emotions inside the ring. 1 power bomb, 2 power bomb, 3 power bombs into the corner, nearing the head of Scarlett Blade into the corner there. I'm going for the big pin.
Scarlett Blade out at 2 7/8. 08 arguing with the referee regarding what a count should be.
Again, as you said, the number 3, the only important number, so it doesn't matter how close we get to another program F5 coming.
There it is. Most likely the end of Scarlett Blade tonight. Sure enough, when Brian was unable to secure his spot, Dr. Triao will have one of his children in a Briefcase Full of Guts match. In this case, 08 is his robot daughter.
Right. Able to do what her brother Brian was not able to do. Finds herself going in just 10 days into the Briefcase Full of Guts show, heading into one of those ladder matches.
Scarlett Blade unable to ride that wave of momentum she had coming out of that 2-on-1, what ended up being a 2-on-1 match last week against Toxicity.
Right, she had the power to get through that match with Toxicity, but didn't quite have what it takes to put down 0-8. I'm not sure what it's going to take to put down 0-8, honestly.
We may find out 10 days from now in the Briefcase Full of Guts match. That ladder match, not a typical POW match. Keep in mind, there are no pinfalls or submissions in that match. It is first to unhook the Briefcase Full of Guts from the harness above. After climbing a ladder will win said briefcase. So 0-8 may well be outside of the ring fighting someone else when that match is decided. Now,
speaking of unusual matches,
tonight's main event. We've seen these two competitors time in and time out. POW, that guy and Chainsaw, they have something in common. It is not their attitude, as Chainsaw fights like a rabid Wolverine and that guy slums to the ring like a slacker on Saturday morning. It is the fact that both of them will end a match with a Canadian destroyer. They have argued with one another backstage time and again over who gets to use said Canadian destroyer. Chainsaw arguing that he is the actual Canadian, it's his. That guy saying he doesn't want to have to bother to change, that would mean learning something new. These two men have agreed here tonight in a one-on-one match. The loser will change his finishing maneuver from the Canadian destroyer to something else.
That's right. I hadn't thought of it in terms so much as that guy being too lazy to learn any other maneuver, but that tracks actually from the showcasing of the laziness of that guy in this ring. I absolutely believe that's why he's entered himself into this match tonight.
I think his plan is to win and not have to change his maneuver. But as I said, Chainsaw fights like a rabid Wolverine, so that guy has a mountain climb ahead of him, and that does not look like a man ready to climb any kind of mountain, not even a hill, let alone Chainsaw.
Chainsaw, of course, being no slouch, just coming off of a championship opportunity match. This man, that guy, going up against someone who has been in the title picture, doesn't seem to be taking it particularly seriously.
Keep in mind, Chainsaw already in the Briefcase Full of Guts match. This is not in any kind of qualifier here tonight. This is just for the right to use that Canadian destroyer that both men have used to effect, I might add. They both have ended matches, ended nights, ended main events that way. But here we are.
That guy opening things up with a jumping DDT there, softening up the skull of the Canadian, who looks a bit dazed. Takes his opponent to the ropes, getting his hands among the face. Goes for a clean break, but that guy having none of it.
I think softening up that head to apply that Canadian destroyer later. Slamming skull to turnbuckle. Chainsaw finally putting a boot in that guy's face, creating just enough separation to... Oh. unique float over there from Chainsaw.
Powerful back suplex.
Seems that neither one of these men
To the
ready
ropes.
give up. Both looking to claim the title of the true Canadian Destroyer.
Snap suplexes and strikes to the back this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Stretching the arm, brutalizing the chest. Oh, into a roll-up.
Chainsaw there almost had the match won. Keep in mind, that's how he won his Briefcase Full of Guts match last week.
In a well locked in chin lock here. That guy fighting to get out of it. Gets out of it eventually with a jawbreaker. Chainsaw, it would appear, going out of his way to try and end this match with something other than the Canadian Destroyer, just to add insult to injury, showing that not only can he win a match, but he doesn't even need the finisher that is being fought over to win.
Boot in the stomach, looking for Larry. Chainsaw has other plans in mind.
Picks him up. Snake Eyes to the rope and gets a 1 count for it. Twice now, Chainsaw coming a little short on a flying elbow into the corner. Perhaps Chainsaw needs to see the doctor and get himself some eyeglasses.
You say a little short, Chainsaw himself is a little short. That could be the trouble there.
That could be it.
He's quite out of jumping range. Arm stomps there, leading to the cover, but only a 1. Nope. Guy whips Chainsaw into the corner. Corner to corner now. There's that super kick. He goes to the top
Going to
rope.
apply that Canadian Destroyer.
There it is. The very Canadian Destroyer this match is about. The ref won't count. And Chainsaw's out at, by my count, about 4.
4 or 5 there, as the ref took quite a few moments before he got down to start the count. The ref might be a little biased here. The brain buster applied there. For a 2 count.
2. Chainsaw lying in wait for something now.
Coming in
The last
with that
shot.
last shot. Getting the 3 count. The man called Chainsaw gets another big win here, claiming victory, earning himself the right to be the only man in POW to use the Canadian Destroyer, yet did not apply the Canadian Destroyer once this match, just to prove a point to Guido, to that guy. That he doesn't need it, but he's still going to take it.
That guy, of course, did use his Canadian Destroyer and was unable to secure, well, we say unable to secure a victory. Once again, Chainsaw down for about 5 there. Which may be something to look into on the referee front, as you can clearly count the 3 before the ref even makes it to his knees.
It's a very long count there. Very extended count. As you can hear in the crowd, you can hear the anger the chanting there, the bullshit chanting that I'm hearing now from the
Here is
crowd
your winner,
as I look over into the chat. But that said, from this day forward, that guy will be unable to use the maneuver, the Canadian Destroyer, and we'll have to come up with a new finishing tactic, it would appear.
I would wager that it'll be some time before we see that guy, as he will most likely not bother to learn anything new. Could be that his next match will be some time from now before he bothers to tell us that he is replaced that Canadian Destroyer. Though again, I could be disparaging him unnecessarily, but we shall see.
That being said, we do have him lined up next week in a match to qualify for the Briefcase Full of Guts. So I hope for his sake that he figures out some sort of finishing maneuver in that time frame. If not, he might have quite the fight on his hands. That being said, his match is going to be against none other than Ditto O'Leary, so one way or another, he is going to have quite the fight on his hands.
The Matt of the old brothers, the smallest, the littlest, the angriest that we've seen here in POW, will be scrapping for his spot in the Briefcase Full of Guts. But we will also have the return of fan favorite Guy Dupont as he takes on our newest competitor, a young man who lost his debut match
in brutal fashion.
Porkchop. But I would argue that Porkchop won that match in that he survived in the ring with Brian for more than 5 minutes.
There is something to be said for surviving, walking away from a match with Brian, especially when you have such little stature as Porkchop. That being said, that is the end of our show today. Folks, guys, gals, non-binary pals, we appreciate you all coming out, watching POW this evening, some qualifying matches, a championship being defended, and a finishing move being lost. We thank you all for coming out. We are here to put on a show for you. We appreciate you coming out every Wednesday or Thursday or Monday, depending on when we put on our show. The next one will very likely be another Thursday show next week. We're aiming for Thursday afternoon, but we will see where our schedules line up. But from the bottom of my heart, this is a goodbye from me, Eric Powers.
And from the top of my head, me, TW.
And a big goodbye and a thank you from POW. We'll see you next time.